up, everybody? Gordon here again on this Memorial Day weekend. Let's. I want to take just a second. I know there's been a lot of controversy, a lot of discussion about Vice President Kamala Harris's post, and I don't want to get political, but let's just make sure we don't forget why we have a long weekend. Please. Thank you. In other news, Texas Tech baseball fell in the Big 12 tournament. It's not thrilling. This team has been, I don't want to say wildly inconsistent, but they have been inconsistent this season. They have played really well. Look at like their trip down to Austin. Played really well. Took 2 of 3 from the University of Texas at home. Lost to K-State though. But they started off the tournament really well. Beat Baylor pretty handily. Early morning game. Played well. Their second game got delayed against TCU, and then they fell to TCU, and they turned around and played again and fell to K-State, and they were out. So it's not ideal, right? At this point, I feel like with this team, it's kind of a coin flip is what's going to happen in the grander postseason situation. So we'll see. I'm not making any predictions on this team. I think this team has one of the most potent offenses in the country. I've watched a fair amount of college baseball this year. I know some people watch more than me, but I've watched a fair amount of college baseball, and I haven't really seen many offenses, if any, that are significantly better. I haven't seen many offenses that can score like this one can. But on the other side, this offense can go cold at times, and our pitching can be stellar or lacking. I don't want to say bad, because I don't think our pitching is ever really bad. It just seems to just not work sometimes. So just something to kind of keep in mind there. I think with the loss to K-State, we will probably not be hosting. So if we are, hey, cool. I think it would behoove the NCAA to have as many regionals in the state of Texas as humanly possible. I mean, let's be honest here. Texas has no rules in terms of capacities or anything like that. Texas is like, hey, get them. You know what I mean? Like, just do it. Fill them up. So we'll see. I think if Tech does get to play at home, I think if they do get to host, it's huge, right? It's huge. If they don't, I don't know. I really don't know how this team's going to do. I think if they get to host, they have a much better chance of getting to a super regional. If they don't get to host, it's going to be a lot harder for them. But not undoable, right? This team has gone out and played really well, even on the road. I mean, they went to the University of Texas, and they took 2 or 3 from a team that is very talented, right? Like, I don't really know how to put it into words, but it's going to be fun to watch. It's also worth noting that in addition to everything going on with Tech basketball, right, which if you don't follow Coach Peary at this point on Twitter, and you have Twitter, you're really missing out. Coach Peary not only hypes Tech basketball, he hypes all of Texas Tech University. Really the kind of guy that we can all buy into, I think, as Tech fans. But Tech is doing really well in a lot of things. I mean, we're competing for national championships in golf, men's golf. We're competing for national Well, we have several groups that have gone on to Eugene for track and field, for outdoors, going to the nationals. So that's a huge deal. And we are 97 days away from Texas Tech football. And while I don't think we're going to win the Big 12, right? Like, I'm going to be optimistic, but I'm not going to be, let's not get carried away here. I think we're going to be better than we were last year. And I think the fact that we're going to have capacity fans back is going to be huge too, because I was, and I think I've said this before, I was at the game against Texas, right? And at the end of the game, our defense was just tired. And they were, and to be fair, they did a lot to keep us in that game. And I walked to the game and I walked home. And as I was walking home, I was actually right by Memorial Circle. one of my buddies called me. He'd been watching the game. He's not a Tech fan. But he'd been watching the game. He does not like Texas. He's an Aggie. Bless his heart. But he roots, against Texas, obviously. And he called me and said, "What happened? What happened?" And I said, "Well, our defense got tired." And in that moment, I had this sort of thought that, if there's 60,000 fans there, right, if we're packed, I don't think our defense gets this tired. I think the adrenaline can carry them in that moment. And so the fact that we are back, is going to be a big deal. So 97 days away from that. Man, just here we are in summer. For those of you who are about to start summer classes, like myself, good luck, Godspeed. For those of you who are enjoying summer break, or for those of you who are already graduated and are alumni or just watch this for fun, I guess, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, tell a friend. We have surpassed the 50 subscriber mark, which is mind-blowing to me that 50 people out there actually care what I have to say or even want to listen to what I have to say. So yeah, as the summer goes, guys, we'll kind of see what happens. Like I said, I'm really interested to see how Tech baseball does. At this point, I have zero expectations. Just none. And because of that, I'm really interested to see how they do. Of course, I want them to win the College World Series. I want them to be national champions. I want them to have a giant ring, obviously. But we'll see what happens, So, there you go. There's your quick little Sunday short. It's about to pour down rain here in Lubbock, Texas. We're under severe thunderstorm watch, I believe, until 1 o'clock in the morning. So if you're not in Lubbock, enjoy. If you are in Lubbock, I hope you have plenty of beer. So we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Wreck 'em.